was like Wild Kingdom out there.
Oh, yeah.
Getting little rat, this, that. Or
Well, you'll
at
see
night, all chirping, screaming. I felt bad for some of it. If something wasn't good happening to some of those.
Well, it's a pretty interesting thing, you know. Depending on the time of day you come out here, you see a lot of different stuff. And the jackrabbits can look like small dogs, you know.
They're huge.
We have people come out and say, "Look, there's a deer." No, it's a jackrabbit. So you know, it's pretty interesting here. And right here too, you have 3 levels of our vineyard. You know, behind me is 26-year-old Chardonnay, and through good farming and taking care of the vines and good water management, we've been able to make it productive. Over here is about a 9. Is this a 9-year-old or?
That's 4th leaf.
4th leaf Pinot Meunier, which is kind of interesting. And then over here is the 3rd leaf over here, right? Some Pinot Meunier and also some Pinot Noir. So
Was the Pinot Meunier put here purposely for sparkling wine at one point?
God, we hope not.
Well, not that
I
you're
mean,
going to get. I'm just wondering. It's the grape
yeah.
they use in Champagne.
Oh, yeah,
I was just
well,
curious. You don't see
we're
much.
basically not doing our first one. We're using that as, and we create our own Pinot Meunier. Like the wine. Where Domaine Chandon has one.
He's fixing the truck.
Yeah, they make a still one.
Yeah,
a still. Yeah.
And we do that for our wine club. You know, and people who discover it while they're here. You know,
We're gonna fall out.
We don't really promote it for out of winery use, because basically for Bouchaine we're really trying to be known as an estate Chardonnay and our Carneros Pinot Noir. So right here you can see as the color of the vines change. You can see it's a little lighter colored right here, and then as you go further back it gets darker. Well, that's why they call it Pinot Meunier. Meunier in French means miller. And if you look, there's kind of little hairs in the backside of these leaves that make it look, when the wind blows, like they've been just dusted with flour. All of the name Pinot Meunier.
Very interesting.
See, I didn't get a chance to give the history first. You can see how white they are.
Yeah.
Mutation of Pinot Noir. But because it looks so different, they call it a different variety. I think of it as kind of like Meunier is to Pinot as Cab Franc is to Cabernet in its flavors. It's tends
Or
to be
St. Paul is to Minneapolis.
aromatic and
A little more spicy, a little lighter in body.
exactly.
Or Newark is to New York. Things like that. You got to relate to these people from, you know, out of
In my
town.
area, what
You
they
know.
say the best thing about New Jersey is it's next to New York.
Ah, that's good. See there? So what I didn't mention to you is that we are a green certified farm. Fish and Game has awarded us fish-friendly farming certification, kind of a green certification. And primarily, I don't know if it's because we did the right thing or they saw us trying to do the right thing and they need some examples. But one of the things we did was we put this natural swale back in, and you'll see over here where we've replanted it. And then on the other side of these vines, this will eventually have to be redone as well. We're going to have to put the remaining swale back in where we've replanted on the other side of this block. We have the swale put back in, so we've probably lost about 5 acres of vines.
What is the reason for that?
Because if you look here, we're in a low-lying area. We have some high hills and so on, and all the water that drains through here ends up in the watershed. And by putting in the natural swale in the grass, it allows it to filter some of those you know, whatever's in it. And so we're being, you know, we're trying to make sure that we do the right thing for the vineyard.
I'll tell you, as far as I'm concerned, as representing your wines in New York, that makes me proud to hear all that.
Yep.
I'm wholeheartedly behind it. The environmental, the animals, it's the way to go.
Well, you know,
You know, I heard it.
What the hell happened to you?
He bleeds wine.
On your shirt, down at the bottom. You can dress
That
him up. You
thieving.
just can't take him to
breathe.
town. Huh?
You know, another
Oh my
take
God.
on corks that I heard last night with this guy who's involved with the rainforest and stuff, and he was making the point that cork using cork is consistent with sustainable farming because it's a renewable product,
Yes, it's
as
true.
opposed to
Plastic or any of the other
those
stuff.
things which have to be recycled.
Yeah.
A friend of mine said too that lives in Europe, and he's a big environmentalist, is that they're fighting there to keep the cork. Because once they stop and there's no need for those trees anymore, the animals that depend on it, all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ecosystems will be
Right.
history.
Absolutely.
That'll be
That was part of it
suburbs
as well.
or something
That was
there.
part of it as
Well, I
well.
never liked those animals.
We don't believe it.
Yeah, forget it.
Yeah.
You know, they're the kind that always make a mess on your car. And, you know, stuff like that.
I like